Yes, Fritzy.
We have Mr. Brian McKnight on the line from Los Angeles, Cowboy fan and singer-songwriter.
Whoa. Brian, good morning. How are you?
Dan, how are you, man?
I'm good. Now, I heard you're a Cowboy fan. Are you calling in just because morale's high and you want to talk about your Cowboys?
Well, of course, because everybody said we were so dead in the water 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, when we got Amari Cooper.
Okay.
And I told everybody at the time that was one of the things we needed to get Zeke freed up, to take one of those guys out of the box so we could get some running. And then Dak would show that he was exactly what he was 2 years ago. And guess what? As usual, I'm right.
Would you rather win a Grammy or have the Cowboys make the Super Bowl?
Cowboys make the Super Bowl.
What if Cowboys make the Super Bowl and lose, or you can have a Grammy?
Grammy Awards are nice. Again, my brother's got 10 of them, and that's a great thing. But to me, selling records and selling concert tickets to me are a bigger deal than the Grammys. Grammys are great. It would be great to have one. I'm not going to turn one down if they give me one, but I think I'll just continue doing what I'm doing and hoping that the Cowboys win.
But
my whole week is shot if the Cowboys lose.
Okay, when did you fall in love with the Cowboys?
Well, I played running back when I was in Little League, and Tony Dorsett was my favorite player. He won the Heisman, this was 76, I believe. And then he got drafted to the Cowboys, and I became a Cowboy fan when I was 8 years old.
But didn't you grow up in Buffalo?
I did.
Oh, come on.
I know. Listen, I was the biggest O.J. Simpson fan when I was a kid as well, but something about Tony Dorsett, I don't know. It was just one of those things, and I was never a Buffalo Bills fan. I think I went to Orchard Park once. My father took me and my brothers there to see a game. It was so cold, and we just couldn't. I couldn't take it. I was like, that's it. That's it for me in Buffalo.
Have you sung the anthem for the Cowboys?
Yes, I have. Once on Thanksgiving in the old stadium, and 2 or 3 times after that as well.
Have you met most of the Roger Staubach and Aikman and Michael Irvin? Met
I've met all those guys. Really, really cool with them. Another thing about Cowboys players and even Jerry, and once you're a Cowboy fan, you're in the family. Once they know you're a real Cowboy fan, and I am a real Cowboy fan.
You ever written a song about the Cowboys?
No, I haven't gone quite that far. I'm not in love with the Cowboys, Dan. I love the Cowboys.
But you're known for your love songs. Come on.
Exactly, but that's where the line kind of stops right there. But maybe, you just gave me an idea. I'm sitting in my studio right now, so maybe you're inspiring me.
What do you have there in front of you? You got your piano. You play every instrument, right?
I do.
Okay.
Not every instrument. There's lots of. I play like 9, but there's way more instruments than 9.
Can you do Rick James' Super Freak right now for us? How about Super Zeke? Super Zeke as Rick James? What do you think? Super Zeke, yow.
Yeah, he's a very kinky.
No. You got to work on the lyrics. We got the melody there. Yeah. He's an all-purpose back. Yeah, we could come up with that.
We could. You know what? We could probably do that together. Next time I'm there in studio, I'll have it ready for you.
You will write a song about the Cowboys the next time I have you in studio.
That's absolutely.
Because he's an all-purpose back. He pairs well with Dak. We're halfway there. I just need a chorus there. Yeah, I need a chorus there. Super Zeke. Yeah.
Super Zeke. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Are you out on? I know you just got back. You were out of the country. Are you on tour?
I have my last show of the year, number 153, on Friday in Marksville, Louisiana.
Wait, you've had 153 shows?
That'll be number 1. I've had 152. I was in Asia for 2 weeks. Last week I had 2 shows, 3 shows, actually 4 shows in Tokyo, 2 shows in the Philippines, and then number 153 this weekend in Louisiana.
You work with a lot of people. If I said you could do one more visit and work with somebody. So you work with Timberlake, Mary J. Blige, Mace, Nelly, P. Diddy. Who would you want to go back and do something again out of that group?
Out of that group, well, Justin. I think we had some magic in the studio on his first album. I think that was one of the best albums that he's ever done. Super talented guy, man. Far more talented than people really know, or because he doesn't really get to show it. And then I don't think records you can really show it, but man, he deserves everything he's ever gotten. Just great and proud to have been a part of that from the beginning.
We were having a discussion. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees just came out, and I'm wondering, right, as we look at music, looking at record sales, like how would you define what is greatness? Like the impact, cultural impact. Taylor Swift's going to sell more records than Prince, but Prince is one of the most talented musicians of all time. Like, I'm not sure how we differentiate greatness in the music world now.
I think it's generational. I think that, honestly, Taylor Swift, for her generation, is their Prince. And that sounds crazy, but it isn't how talented you are necessarily to the consumer.
Yeah.
I think it is how your fans make you feel. And I think the true test is really longevity beyond that. Because if you can transcend your generation to the next generation to the next generation, that's the true test. And I think that's the one thing that Prince may have over a Taylor Swift who may sell more records, in theory.
Prince or Michael Jackson with a bigger impact?
Oh, man. Impact-wise, I would say Michael Jackson. In our hearts, probably Prince.
Why in our hearts?
Because when you're the actual creator of the music, as opposed to the guy who's sort of out front, I think there's something about the fact that it's his music alone. He's the only guy. He's the guy that's playing everything, the guy that's writing everything. I think that resonates with people, and he has his own sound. And Michael did too. It's apples and oranges, really, honestly. I think that for me, though, as a musician, I tend to lean towards Prince.
All right, and before I let you go, I got to call you out on this. I know you're a big Cowboy fan. We're talking to Brian McKnight, right, singer-songwriter. Your favorite basketball team used to be the Bulls when Michael was there. You're a Yankee fan. Oh, no. Duke basketball, Tiger Woods, Roger Federer, Serena Williams. Come on, Brian.
It's you like what you like, and I think that's what being human is about. It's not geographical. It's what's in your heart.
It's called being a front runner, Brian.
Not at all. Because again, when I was a Bulls fan, because I saw what Michael did at North Carolina, and nobody could have guessed. Not even only Bobby Knight was the only one that said he was going to be the greatest ever. Till he got on the NBA floor, and you say, "Oh my God, the only guy that can stop Michael Jordan is Dean Smith." Heard this, you know this.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was a given. And for 7 years, there was heartbreak, and then all of a sudden, once Scotty got there, and Horace and Phil, then they had something, and then it was a dynasty. So it wasn't like I jumped on in '89. I didn't jump on in '90.
All right, work on that Cowboy song. All right.
I got it.
Super Zeke. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Dan.
Brian McKnight, Cowboy apologist, singer, songwriter, very, very talented musician. I think Super Zeke's got some legs there. He's an all-purpose back, pairs well with his quarterback, or no, Dak. I think we can work that.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.